Some of you may recall that a few months ago I made a review of these guys. These are the Salacious Crumb and Jabba the Hutt Geeki Tiki ceramic figures. Or technically, I guess they're mugs, although I'm not sure how many people actually use them as opposed to displaying them. You can see that review right up there if you want to. But apparently, ThinkGeek, who makes this line of Geeki Tiki statues, actually saw my review and offered to send me some more product to review, which was great. So I said, sure, I'd like to review some more of their Star Wars Geeki Tikis. They also have, in addition to Star Wars, they have Marvel, Fallout, a number of different kind of unexpected properties, Star Trek, things like that. But I think Star Wars is actually maybe the biggest line that they have. So they've got quite a few characters there. So yeah, I'm going to today take this opportunity to review the Series 2 of their Star Wars Geeki Tikis and see how they stack up to these ones. I like these quite a lot, as you may recall from my review. I'm not really a big fan of Tiki aesthetic per se, but I really like seeing how different characters are interpreted in different ways and in different styles. And I think they've done a really great job with these, just sort of artistically, and also the quality is quite good as well. So I'm hoping that Series 2 will measure up to these guys. Let's go ahead and take a look. So here we have them all in their boxes. We've got a Wampa, C-3PO, Tusken Raider, Jawa, Tauntaun, and Wicket. So I don't know if there's meant to be any kind of a theme or anything. They've got a couple of ones from Hoth, a couple from Tatooine, and then we've got Wicket and C-3PO thrown in as sort of wild cards, I guess. I don't know why the Wampa here is the only one with a blue box, but in any case, we have on the back of all of these the list of all 6 in Series 2, and I think basically they're all the same in that regard. Yep. So what I'm going to do is take these out of their little boxes here and look at them in detail. I thought we'd look at these in pairs just to make it a little bit more manageable. We have here, of course, C-3PO and Wicket. Wicket is, quite a short character, but they've put him on a stump here to make him more or less the same size as the other ones, which is clever. They didn't, of course, do anything like that with Salacious, so he's very, very short compared to all the other ones. These both have, well, I mean, this entire line, it has this sort of style about it, but they have these little details here that make it look as though they were carved out of wood, which I find very appealing for some reason. I really like the style. As I said, I'm not really, a Tiki fan per se, but I like the sort of stylized look that they've given these guys. They both have different inside colors. I don't know if you can tell. This is a green color inside, and this is black. And if we look on the bottom, we can see Star Wars, ThinkGeek, Geeki Tikis, dishwasher and microwave safe made in China. I really like that this is dishwasher safe. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually use these, maybe for like a party or something. But the fact that they're microwave safe and dishwasher safe is pretty nice. A lot of these things, even from ThinkGeek, other products I've gotten from ThinkGeek, are often not dishwasher safe, for example, so you have to hand wash them all, which is a bit of a pain. So I'm a fan of that. Let's go ahead and look at the other guys. Next up, we're going to look at the Tusken Raider and the Jawa. The Jawa, like Wicket the Ewok, has been placed on a kind of a little base here to make him a little bit taller. Both of these also have different inside colors. This one is brown and this one is black like C-3PO was. Maybe he's meant to pair with C-3PO, I don't know. So this one, I'm a big fan of A New Hope. I watched it a ridiculous number of times growing up, so I love basically all of the aliens from A New Hope, and these are definitely no exception. Love me some Jawas and some Tusken Raiders. These are really, I think, good representations of them both. They've got, everything you would expect, basically, in terms of the gaffy stick and his little gun there, as well as the sort of bandolier. These are great. Definitely like these. I like how they've painted this part black. Most of these are sort of monocolor. They're only a single color, but they have managed to show the inside of his hood that way, which is pretty cool. So yeah, let's move on to the last two. Finally, we have here the Hoth duo here. This is, of course, the Wampa and the Tauntaun. I really like Tauntauns. I always have. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, this is a pretty cool version of one. Got a big head and a kind of a smaller body, but nicely stylized. We have his tail and his saddle here. I like this blue color, even though, I mean, of course, Tauntauns are more maybe of a gray color, but the blue is very evocative of Hoth and the icy climate there, so I kind of like that. Inside it's brown, if you can tell. It's a little difficult to see on camera. Over here we have, of course, the Wampa, and you may notice that he is missing one arm, which is, of course, quite appropriate. He also looks rather annoyed, which I guess can be expected. He's, of course, he's not white either. He's a little bit of a different color than you might expect, too, but I think it works, especially if you see him, as we will in a minute, sort of in the whole lineup. It'll, I think, look appropriate. He is red inside. I almost wish that they had used a little bit of that red over here, maybe, or maybe even in the mouth. But, of course, this monochromatic color scheme is kind of, I guess, part of the appeal of this, so maybe they shouldn't go overboard. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at all 6 of these together. Maybe we'll put Jabba in there as well if we can fit him, I don't know. And we'll see what they all look like together. All right, here we have them all together. Couldn't quite get Jabba in there, although I'll tell you what, I'll show you briefly just to give you a comparison of size. He's similar in height, but much larger than the other ones. I think these look really great on display, frankly, and if you had especially some sort of tiki-themed bar or something, that would be a no-brainer. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with these. I enjoy, as I said, seeing the characters interpreted in different ways, and so I'm really tempted to get the Series 1 of these as well, although, I don't know, ThinkGeek, if you're listening, I wouldn't mind reviewing those as well. I think they are actually on sale at the moment. If you want to check out the ThinkGeek website, I'll give you a link in the description below. It's not it's not an affiliate link or anything like that, but just to give you an idea, I believe they're at quite a discount now from their original price, so not a bad time to pick them up if you've been debating about it. I also have a couple other things that I'm going to be reviewing that ThinkGeek sent me as well, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, thanks very much for watching.